Now, of course, again, Meta, now you have companies that are trying to help suss out, is this image AI generated or not? There's a whole other industry being built, right, of trying to actually figure out and authenticate real versus AI. So, I don't have to tell people in this room about how many companies have launched. This is a little dot-com bubble feel, right? It's like companies of all kinds just launching, and the innovation is just exploding. And there's a million exciting things about this, of course. Like the things I just said, like think about how many people could be building great apps, great companies, but they don't know how to code. They don't have the money to build an app. Well, now they can build an app pretty easily without any money or know-how. There's AI assistants coming, right? And think about how nice it is for a rich person to have a full-time executive assistant. Like, that's amazing. And now what if everyone can have that? You give the AI assistant all your passwords, all of your financial stuff, and they go do that, and some people are probably thinking no one's going to give them AI their password. People said people weren't going to put credit cards on the internet at some point. People said that no one was going to let strangers in their house before Airbnb. No one was going to let strangers into their car before Uber or get into a stranger's car. I think there's going to be great AI assistants with all your info. Of course, there's also like AI relationships, right? There's companies like Replica where people are developing friendships and romantic relationships with AI, which again sounds super weird to us, and I think to babies today, once they're teens, they're like, yeah, duh, like everyone has an AI girlfriend, it's no big deal, whatever. Now, of course, it's also pretty scary, right? Because AI that can pass the Turing test, not just in text, by the way, but when you combine text with the images and video and the voice synthesis, you could have a big Twitter account that's has a big following, and then a big political following, and then that account, that person gets interviewed on TV, and it's and you're seeing a Zoom interview with that person, and they're talking, and it's not real. The whole thing's a bot. It's a bot tweeting. It's a bot speaking in the interview. It's a bot face. There's not really anything stopping that from happening. Likewise, forget AI sentience, which is a whole other topic. If people believe an AI is sentient, that can do a lot of damage. You can have AI manipulating humans, and you can have bad guys with these tools doing bad things, right? It can help with terrorism or figuring out how to build a bomb and all these other scary things. So there's this amazing, great possibilities, and then there's really scary possibilities. Now, all of this at this moment should be put into context. I think a nice quote that I think about a lot is Bill Gates saying, we tend to overestimate the change that'll happen in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that'll happen in the next 10. And I think you can see why. If you think about the next 2 years with a thing like this, it's often what feels like it's here, everything's changing. 3 years from now is going to be nuts. It might be one of these, right? One of these hype cycles, and right now and in 2 years, everyone's like, what happened to all that talk about GPT and all that? And maybe, or maybe not. I don't know, but it could be. There's also the fact that even exponential curves, crazy changes happen typically if you zoom in on S-curves, which means there's slow and fast periods and slow periods alternating. So maybe we're here in a place where, right now it seems like things are but actually we're a few years away from the rapid changes really happening, or maybe not. But I would say it's a decent probability that we are overestimating the change that'll happen in the next 2 years.